Fun story. Woke up at 6:30 to take the dogs to the groomer. Wrong fucking day. It's tomorrow. So I'm going to be a little late tomorrow. I'm not irritated. It's fine. I know. No shit. Showed up at the groomer and the groomers were like, "You're the third person today to do that." And I was like, "Okay, so someone on your phone is telling us the wrong fucking days then." Fuck, dude. Bastards. But anyways, it's fine. It's nobody's fault. Probably innocent mistake. But good morning. I apologize for being a little late, and I'll be a little late tomorrow. What are you gonna do? Gotta get. I need them groomed. So they want to be groomed, man. It's so hot, and like the fire smoke is rolling in, and it's so disgustingly stagnant outside that like everybody's just hot and miserable. It's so gross. Days of the week are no shit. Literally, when she said you're the third person today to do this, I said it's been a week. It's Monday. I mean Tuesday. How has it already been a week? Also, super apologies for missing fucking movie night last night. I totally wrote a post. Completely forgot. This post aside, Zach's friend Wendy is in town for like 2 days. Super randomly. And she wanted to go to a baseball game last night, so we went to a baseball game. It was baseball. Sports ball. I just yelled touchdown the whole time. Good morning. Good morning, Knives. Good morning, anime. I mean, honestly, I'd prefer... I love Wendy. I like hanging out with Wendy, but I'd prefer movie night because baseball. I mean, it was fun. I had a good time, but like baseball. Yeah, it was the Rockies versus the Sox. I had no feet in the ring here. I didn't really care either way. I'm here to harp on you for missing. I'm not even kidding. I felt so bad, Knives. I got home. The game, for one thing, like a normal so I haven't been to a baseball game in ages. They added for those that don't watch baseball or even give a fuck, they added a pitch clock, which is amazing. It makes the game go by so fucking fast. I know. Well, honestly, that was the thing. I was like, oh my God, I think I hit send and then closed the app too fast, so it just didn't go through. But I was like, everyone's going to think I'm dead. Like, I just straight up said nothing and was gone, was just not there. I felt really bad. I got home at 11 o'clock at night last night because the game went into 13 innings. Yeah. I think it was 13 innings total. It was crazy. I got home at 11, literally opened the Discord and was like, they're going to think I'm dead. Dude, like, all seriousness aside, it's not very nice to just leave people hanging and think that literally something terrible could have happened. Like, obviously nothing did, but like, it's good to check in and I feel bad and I'm sorry. I literally had a little panic attack last night when I saw it. I felt bad. I had a fear. No, seriously, that I would too. If someone just didn't show up, I would too. Yeah, no, I felt really bad about it. I forgot about my boy Derek Jeter turned 50. Wow. We saw it was the Rockies versus the Sox. It was actually a pretty good game. I haven't been to baseball forever, Vex. I was just saying they've changed a little bit about it. And one of the main things they changed about baseball was there's a pitch clock now. Like, I haven't been to a baseball game since I lived in Baltimore. And the pitch clock's amazing. You only have no, not even that. I think you have 15 seconds to pitch. It's amazing. It makes the game go by so goddamn fast. I love it so much. There's no pitcher sitting there picking his butt for 50 minutes, just making the game last forever. Yeah. Oh, dude, I want it. The pitch clock's hurting the pitchers. Really, it hurts their arms. Maybe they need more pitchers or something then. I get it. Like, it's weird because like normally between innings you can get up, go get a beer. But by the time you get back, there's 3 innings done now because it's so fast. And get this, so one of Wendy's sons is a big Sox fan. He knows all about baseball, and he was telling us that they actually had to use their like pitch hitter, or not pitch hitter, their pitcher, like their crunch pitcher or whatever, the entire game because they have a pitcher whose heart will literally explode if they play in Colorado. That's how bad Colorado is. Like, the Sox main pitcher can't pitch here because they'll die. Crazy. Oh, no shit. Music for Friday? Save it. Save it. So, no shit. So, this game, we are in the right category. Last night, I had an email from this company, and they sent me a code. And people have been talking about this game on my channel for a couple days now. Apparently, it was like a mix of Bioshock and something. It looks pretty cool. I played like an hour of it yesterday just to see like what kind of game it is. It seems cool, but it's definitely a game for stream. It is so much dialogue, but it's all voice acted. But holy shit. Like, it's just a game I can't play on my own. I'd stop playing. Like, I would skip all the dialogue. It's terrible. I'm such a bad listener. It's the category, Nobody Wants to Die, No One Wants to Die. Oh, really? It's more of a noir Blade Runner. Ooh, I like noir. I'm into that. I think the pitchers just need to throw more without specific pitches, just play catch. Maybe maybe we don't need to pitch 90 miles an hour. I don't know. There could be other options. Like, I don't want their arms hurt, but I mean, selfishly, I love the pitch clock. Like, I cannot stand watching a pitcher just dance on the mound for 3 minutes straight. It drives me I'm so bored. Like, I'm immediately looking for something to do. And I don't want to stare at you dancing on the pitcher's mound. Like, just get it over with. We're here for the action. But I get that can destroy their fucking arms. 100%. Good morning, Trouble. What up, handsome Hanson? How are you, love? They need to find different workouts. Something, yeah. I don't know. Like, softball player, man. We don't throw, I don't know. But it's goddamn, it's so nice that the game went way longer than expected last night because the innings went on forever. Oh my god, the Foo Fighters concert. Might went and saw the Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters was amazing. Maybe the best concert I've ever seen. And then I saw Blink-182, which was such a letdown in comparison. I mean, not even comparable though, right? I agree. No, I kind of agree, Vex. My hubby was a pitcher, and it's going to be a learning process because they're not trained to pitch that fast. So since your hubby's a pitcher, what's his opinion? Like, what does he think how could they, genuinely curious, like, how could they solve this and still keep us happy and keep the game going? Because I don't want to give up that pitch clock. That's the best thing that's ever happened. No offense to pitchers. I understand they're taking a while because their arm is fucking killing them and they're throwing balls 90 miles an hour. Like, that's fucking crazy. But maybe more pitchers or something. Oh, you're going to the Pickles game? Fuck, we just went to the Rockies Sox game last night. It was pretty fun. But man, have you been to a baseball game in a bit? No shit, Darren. I didn't know they had a fucking pitch clock. It was great. It was amazing. I loved it. But I understand and sympathize that it's hurting people, and I don't want that to happen. Everyone loves the pitch clock but the pitchers, 100%. And I understand that. And, like, I don't want pitchers getting injured. To be fair, like, I don't want pitchers getting injured, but there's something about it. It's just too slow. Like, I mean, when Zach asked me if I wanted to go yesterday, I was like, is it a night game? And he's like, I don't know why. I'm like, because I'm not sitting in the sun for 6 potential hours. Like, baseball games can go forever without that fucking pitch clock, dude. And I just do not have the patience or temperance for that at all. But it was night, so I got to walk around and, like, be, mobile and whatever. It was 6:30 game. Honestly, it wasn't bad. It was like it was a 5:30 game. It wasn't bad at all. And, like, it's kind of gross, Knives, but the fire smoke really does help block the sun. The air's so bad outside right now. It's really bad. Like, it's so hazy and fire smoky, the whole sky. Like, when we were going to the game last night, Wendy and I were talking to some guy. We went and got dinner, and Wendy and I were talking to this guy, and he was like, oh, I'm a diehard Rockies fan. When you go into the stadium around the 7th inning, go to left field, but go to right field and look over the left field wall, and you'll have the perfect view of the sunset on the mountains. Red sun and fire smoke. It was just like that blazing red glow and fire smoke all night long. It was cool, but, like, I literally sneezed up black shit this morning. The fire smoke's so bad. It's really gross. What up, Rod? How's the smoke down there, dude? It's so bad up here. That being said, Knives, I have been sitting in the sun too much. I've been doing yard work every fucking day, and I can tell because this weird, what is it? I always forget the name of it. It's like the opposite of vitiligo gets darker and stronger the more tan I get, and I can see it like growing on my forehead. I'm like, fuck. I need to wear more sunscreen. Damn it. My lungs are dying, but at least there's shade. Literally. Yeah. It's pretty gross. I mean, Our air is never great up here, but man, during the summertime with the fire smoke, it's so much worse. Who knew that destroying our planet would look so beautiful? Isn't it kind of fucked up? It is. We have, I don't know what I think it's I don't know what this like building is, but there's like this compound of buildings that shoot fire out of the top of them if you're driving to the airport. And every time I drive past it, I'm like, it looks like something out of Blade Runner. Like it's actually looks like something out of Blade Runner. It's huge. I don't know what they're doing. They're burning, maybe it's oil. I have no idea what they're doing. But they've got these huge smokestacks that are just blazing fire into the air. And every time I drive past it, I'm like, it's gorgeous, but I'm pretty sure that's killing the planet. Like fire's so pretty, but also it's do you know what that is, Rod, what I'm talking about? Flares from petroleum. I'm almost positive that's probably it. It's just I have no idea what I mean, it's a huge like compound of buildings, but they have these smokestacks that fires blasting out of them. It's crazy. Blade Runner 2049 vibes. No shit, that's how it feels. Like when they're flying over the city and you see the fire coming out of the tops of buildings. The lemon tattoo is healing well, forever linked to these class holes and to charity. I mean, if you think about it, that's pretty fucking cool. When they say that every cloud has a silver lining, turns out that includes smoke clouds. It's true. It's facts and sad facts. That's what I'm thinking refinery, because I know we have a lot of oil and shit out here. I don't know what other kind of resource we really have other than beef. You know the buildings I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing though. Summer fires sound terrifying. I was shitting myself recently because there was an EV warehouse explosion 5 miles away and it was burning so intensely I could hear the roaring flames from that far out. They're very scary. They are. We take them lightly because I feel like we just get them all the time. Like other than Baltimore, everywhere I've lived suffers fires constantly. Like Washington State always has fires. Up in Montana has fires. Down here we have fires. And you kind of get used to it. Like it's a season. Which is sick. Like, it just becomes like, you know, you have a couple months of summer and then you have fire season and it's just gross. But fires move so fast. That's the scariest part of them. They move miles an hour. It's crazy. When I was a kid, I remember we were living in Eastern Washington and I was driving home from work and I had to cross a bridge across a river to get home. And there was a ton of cops on one side of the bridge stopping people and doing like checks. And I was coming home from my fast food fucking job in the middle of the night, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they're like, where are you headed? Home. Do you have anywhere else to go if you can't get there? What? I drive home, and it's like a 45-minute drive in the middle of fucking nowhere. I grew up in ass balls nowhere. And quite literally, so if this is the highway, my parents' house is on this side of the highway, and then there's the river. My parents' property is about 10 acres, was, of just a wheat field with a house in the middle of it. Quite literally a matchstick, just waiting to go. Highway. The entire fucking mountain on the other side of the highway was on fire. Just smoldering. And it was just the DNR people just lining the roads, standing there with like their pickaxes and all their equipment, whatever, waiting. Because one little breeze would have caused that fire to jump the road and just lit up my parents' house like a literal matchstick. But also in that way, it's beautiful. It's so creepy to see an entire mountainside undulating, like the coals of it. Because it's not like fire. It's not like blazing flames. It's this weird glow. The ground is on fire. I don't know how to put that. The literal ground is on fire, and so it glows, and it does this crazy, like, if you've ever stared at coals in a fire, like in a fire pit or something, it kind of does that up the mountain. It's gorgeous, but at the same time, fucking terrifying. It's so violent and volatile, and it's gone fast. Yeah, why is fire so magnificent, right? It's like a mirage, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's like a mirage. You kind of can't tell how far away or how close it is. But having that knowledge that it takes a breeze and it jumps the fucking highway and you're done for, that was scary. Ironically, those flares actually protect the environment. Usually, they're burning off methane, which prevents it from going to the atmosphere. It's burning the methane, which is better than releasing the methane. No shit. So what does burnt methane turn into? If it's windy, it's horrible. And I did live on a beach, which was windy as fuck. So that's why, I mean, it was like hundreds of DNR people just lining the road ready to bat at fire, I guess. I don't even fucking know, dude. It was weird. I take how wet Scotland is for granted. Forest fires are super easy to manage, but in the Western US, it's crazy. Seriously, it was so weird for me living in Baltimore. And every summer, it was like people had fires. People would have fire pits in their backyard. People set off fireworks in front of their house. And I was just sitting there like, Oh my God, what are you doing? No, nothing sets on fire because it's fucking wet. Everything's so humid and so drippy and so boggy, nothing sets on fire. It's very rare that you get a fire. Like, they don't have a fire season. And that was super weird to me because everywhere I've ever lived has fire season. And what's crazy to me, Willow, is there's people who will continue to live in the fire areas. Like, no shit. So Boulder, up here in Colorado, Boulder, like the infamous, everybody knows about Boulder. It's super expensive and super pretty. It burns every year. And we all make jokes, but not jokes, about how the only way you can afford to live in Boulder is if you can afford to rebuild every year. Because they do. It's very weird. Like, they just accept their houses are probably going to burn down. I was absolutely a child of the corn, yes. A child of the wheat, if you will. Stand in front of a hurricane, but I'll run my ass off from a forest fire. Yes, get the fuck away from fire. Oh, no shit. I haven't seen that one. I'll have to watch it and catch up. Young, thank you so much for summing the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving any swing that prime sub. Go forth and be consensual in all the ways, and don't forget to use your prime subs. I appreciate you. CO2 and water. Okay, cool. I didn't know. The whole western U.S. has a fire season. Even the Pacific Northwest dries out a bit time. Oh, there's absolutely fires in the Pacific Northwest. My whole life, there was fires up there, man. It's weird how people think the Pacific Northwest is... I mean, you would. It rains so much that you would think it's as wet as it is, but it's actually quite dry. I haven't seen Whip It yet. I'll have to watch it. The Boulder's conflicted. Your aunt and uncle live in Boulder? No shit. Dude, are they? No joke. No pun intended. Because, like, I've looked at the housing prices. A shack is a good mill. Exactly, Iron. Yep. I guess it's the same logic for people living in tornado hurricane areas. Exactly. It's just a season you accept is going to happen. And you hope to fuck it's not you. Right? Other than the storm surge, hurricanes are just a really long thunderstorm. Hurricanes are wild. I've leaned into hurricane air before and been held up. Like wind. Wild. No shit, I didn't know it was a desert in the eastern part until I moved here. I mean, it's pretty weird, right? I remember as a kid, I mean, we were driving back and forth all the time because when we moved to Eastern Washington for the first time, I think I was 4. Like, I've never lived anywhere more than 3 years. I was constantly back and forth. But I remember driving over the mountains. It was always a really bizarre, there's like a line in the mountains where all of a sudden you go from the Pacific Northwest rainforest to tundra. All of a sudden, it's crazy. If you're crossing the pass in Washington State, you're like literally in the rainforest, and then all of a sudden pine trees and wheat and Leavenworth, and it's just dry as fuck. It's so, like, Washington and Oregon, I would say, are very weird states in that they have almost every biome. Keanu Reeves was on Colbert last night, definitely worth watching. I haven't watched any late night hosts since the last writer's strike. Isn't that weird? I used to watch them almost every morning before stream. I haven't watched any of them. Fun fact, 90% of hurricane deaths are due to flooding, i.e. storm surge, freshwater flooding. 80% of hurricane deaths occur after the hurricane from freshwater flooding. I believe that. Austin and Seattle get about the same annual rainfall. No shit. 35 versus 39. I believe that. Yeah. Seattle doesn't get, like, when I lived on the East Coast, there was far more rain than Seattle ever gets. Everybody thinks Seattle rains constantly because of fucking Twilight. Seattle has a constant mist. It's not necessarily coming from the sky, though. So, like, that's why no one in Washington will have an umbrella. We all have just, like, rain jacket shells, because sometimes the water's coming from the side and the ground, and we just don't understand why. But there's always some sort of water. But it's not necessarily from the sky. Good morning, Gek. How are you, love? I'm sorry I touched that. I feel like there's a dog hair in my nose. Never live on the east side of the mountains in Washington. 2 dry fires, rednecks. Hey, now! We're not that bad. No, we are. Don't go there. Don't go there. I saw Constantine 2's in the works. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. Kind of like how most fire deaths are from suffocation and smoke inhalation. Yes. I love Forrest Gump. Wait, oh, I know. Today's the day. Are you excited? Don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. It's going to go fabulously. You know it. You know it. It's the original director. I don't know. Like, did we need a sequel? See, and that's Knives. I watched the trailer, and I think there's a trailer or something out for Constantine 2, and it just didn't feel like Constantine, but it's fine. It could be fun. I've just been burned too much, Vex. Like, We Don't Speak About Craft 2, Hocus Pocus 2, etc., etc., etc. It's just like the older I get, the more they're destroying my childhood. Like, next thing we know, there's going to be, like, I don't know, a Fight Club sequel. Like, what's happening? Why? Did we need them? Write something original. That's all I want. We've done it before. They can do it again. Constantine 1 is amazing. It's one of my favorite movies. But it's nothing like a comic. Like, you can't really watch it and even consider the comics, right? Like, it's very different. Those don't exist. Exactly, Knives. They're the movies we don't talk about, but I've been burned too hard that way. They just keep taking movies from my childhood that I find sacred and fucking them in the ass. Why? Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Original in Hollywood, isn't that the fucking shit, though? Like, what the fuck? It's just remake after remake after remake after... Spreadsheet agrees, but you can't help getting the jitters. No, I completely understand. And, dude, Gek, it's pot kettle. I could have it 100% guarantee, like a 200% guarantee that I'm going to succeed, and I'd still have a panic attack about it. Norfolk in VA, when I lived there, I got too much fucking... Yep. I got rained too fucking much. Half the time the streets were flooded since the sewer systems had existed there for far too long and not been messed with. You mean like sewage came up? No. At least, I mean, Dawn, you got a point. I'm very happy it's not a remake. Like, at least it's that. At least it's that. At least it's not just a remake. It's a balance of movies people know and original stuff. Got to keep people entertained. That's true. I just want to be entertained by something new. That's why books are great. No one's rewriting the same book again. Dude. Speaking of more recent burns, the Neverending Story remake they're doing, where the Nothing looks like gray Slimer. Like, they made the Nothing something? The Crow 2? Has anyone seen any evidence of that abomination? Or The Crow, not 2, remake? What? No. What is that? Oh, dude, LZ to the motherfucking T! Thank you so much for rating. Welcome, Raiders. My name's Katie, and it's wonderful to see you. Good morning. We're just bitching about fucking shitty remakes they're making in movies. Oh, yeah, Knives. I'm haunted by these. Oh, yeah. I saw Neverending Story 2. It was just a poster art of, like, the cover. But in the background, it showed, like, it looked like gray smoke Slimer from Ghostbusters going in the background. They literally made the Nothing something. How harder can you fuck it? Just stop it. Good luck with the Crow remake. I hope it's not terrible. Viata, the fuck? How are you? No, nothing. We're gonna play a game. We're just like bullshitting about... We're literally bitching about shitty remakes. That's it. I love the Neverending Story 2. It's one of my favorites, and like... I mean, how many people can... Artax, like, come on, we all quote it all the time. No, Viata, I got a game I wanted to play. It's called Nobody Wants to Die. I'm gonna fuck the name up 50 times today. Nobody Wants to Die, everyone wants to die. Nobody Wants to Die. It's called Nobody Wants to Die, and I thought that was a funny game to play, because irony. Made a book with China Mayville, who wrote Perdido Street Station 20 years ago, one of the more unique... Wait, I've never read that. Perdido Street Station. Hold on. Where's my notebook? I'm making a note. Oh, dude! I got a code for Dungeons of Hinterberg as well. That's another game I want to play this week. I got a code for Dungeons of... I got a lot of emails this week. I got Dungeons of Hinterberg. I got some game called Bow. It looks like it's a Metroidvania, like, side-scroller. And then Nobody Wants to Die, and then one other one I can't remember the name of now. Oh, it's called The Book of Elsewhere? Okay, hold on. Got him. Thank you. What up, Case? How are you, love? Hollywood's is too risk adverse, so they just make remakes and bad sequels. It is really sad. It is sad. I agree. Dude, I love you, LZT. Thank you for the raid. To everyone coming over on the raid, feel free to stay and hang out if you want. We're gonna play. I think it's gonna be a really cool game. But if you need to stand up and stretch and go get some water, please do so. Do all the things that make you feel good. I love you. Thank you. I still think nothing can ruin your childhood. Those movies, TV shows, books still exist. The remakes and sequels don't erase them. They don't erase them. I guess, how do I, like, because I love those ones from my childhood, when they first started doing sequels and stuff, I would get so excited because it's like, oh, it's a continuation of the joy and happiness they gave me from the first movie. And every single time, it's never that. To the point where now I'm just mad about it. Like, they're trying to do it on purpose. Like, would you like some false hope? Tastes like shit, but it's fresh. You know what I'm saying? That's it. It's on me. It's my false hopes for just, like, wanting something equally as cool, but... Yeah, it sours my opinion. Like, after watching The Craft 2, I still have a problem with The Craft 1. It did kind of taint it a little. It made me feel weird about it. The way I feel about my movies, there's not a single chance I will watch the remakes. It's not worth it. Not once have I seen a remake that's, like, better. What up, Saronlin? How are you, love? It's the current media environment. Again, it only changes when the audience dries up. So technically, we feed the problem. I stopped feeding the problem. I stopped giving them a chance. I'm done now. They burned me too hard. Like the enemy of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't talk about that. Every day I wake up, I get false hope. How does that feel? In the words of South Park, Memba Berries. Remember this show you liked? Yes. I agree. I got really sick of the sexism against all the women. Well, that's a hard topic on itself. I agree with you. There's a difference between disliking a remake and just hating it because it's different. People hate women. I don't understand. Women are beautiful, and they smell nice, and they're soft, and they're fun to kiss on the mouth, and yet... hate. I don't know, man. It will never make sense to me, because I agree with you that the Ghostbusters one is a clear... That's an outlier, in my opinion. That's a fucking problem. It's like having a I've seen one... Okay, Scarface. Alright, get out. It's like having your favorite toy. You wouldn't want someone to come fuck with it in front of you, even if they can wash it. It'll kind of feel right. It's like having your car broken into. Like, even if they don't take anything, it just feels touched and weird and dirty now. Like, why did you do that? I mean, women get shit done. I'm not saying people can be great, but for some reason, if you present as female, the world hates you. The world hates us severely. Like, historically speaking, fucking hates us. It's wild. Wild. It's just, like, disheartening. I feel violated existing. I mean, same somewhat. All right, should we play a game? This game looks really cool. I played like an hour of it yesterday. It is crazy dialogue intensive, which is why I wanted to play it on stream, because I have a really hard time playing games like this on my own. I will skip the dialogue. I just get so bored. When I play a game, Viana and I were literally just talking about this the other day in the watch party. Like, when I play a game on my own, I have something on. Like, I'm watching a show or I'm listening to music. I usually have two things, like a stream and a show, because I'm so ADHD, it's painful. And when you just... It's like, how do I put it? It's like every time you think you get a reprieve in the game from dialogue, it happens again. Like, every time I'm like, okay, I can start my show again. Oh, someone's fucking talking. And it just keeps going. And I skip. It's terrible. And I do it before even thinking about it. Like, I'll just start skipping. Versus if I have chat to talk to about it and I'm like focusing on chat while they're talking, I can pay way closer attention to the game and actually get through it. Because it does look like it's a really good game. That's Knives, that's the problem. I read faster than any dialogue is ever going to spit out dialogue at me. And if I can read it faster, I'm not listening anymore. It's the worst. It's the worst. VR, you were literally just asking me the other day what was on the game repertoire for this week, so I don't even want to hear it. The world is very unique, and I think you're kind of dark. Dude, well, so, I don't know why. I think it's because of the name of it. I was trying to think of the name of, have you ever read, what is it called? It's like Callahan's something, Callahan's bar, Callahan's stop, saloon? It's a really good book. Callahan's oh, I'm so bad with titles. I cannot fucking remember. Callahan's part-time saloon, something like that. It's a really good book, though. If you like, I don't know, it's kind of Cross Time, god damn it, thank you. Yes, Callahan's Cross Time Saloon, yeah. That's a really good book. I don't know why the title reminded me of that, but if you I mean, it's kind of a weird, I don't know how to describe it if you've never read it. It takes place in someone's bar, and different people come in and out of the bar telling stories, and that's the book. I don't know. It's really good. It's old. Give it a try. I enjoyed it a lot. During our watch parties, I'm Final Fantasy 14. I'm watching what you're watching. I have at least one stream open and the chat open. A husband and random Discord messages from people. Yep. Same. Hard same. Super Bob Freakalizer, thank you so much for subbing to the class. Keeping the class alive and giving it swings for
18 fucking months. That's 2 children. The long pig will be delicious. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Midnight Diner Show, is that kind of the same? It's really cool. It's like the bar has all these weird rules, and there's a bartender, like, I don't know, you'd have to read it. It's a really good book. It's so different, it's hard for me to explain. Sorry, I'm moving chat over so I can see you guys. I'm excited to play this game with you, because the game looks really cool. I just know I would not play it to its full anything if I was playing it on my own, because I skip dialogue like a bitch. Cordless headset, so I can get up and wander off when the mood strikes. I have my speaker for that. Yep, I totally get it. And like, when you put that much dialogue in a game, it's so hard for me to care. It's so bad. I don't know. I'm just terrible. I'm terrible at listening. Never had... I know. I'm nervous. I thought I'm nervous and I'm scared to hear about this train disaster that was in the newspaper article. Titty goblins are scary. I just picture the cats in South Park. I can't remember the teacher's name, but her titties like hang out the bottom of her dress, and the kittens are always like at the titties. A quick fucking break? I don't have anyone. Damn it. All right. Miss Chokes on Dick! I always mix up her and Mrs. Crabtree. Crabtree is the bus driver, right? That absorbs the children into her punan. I think. Man, it's been a while. I gotta pee really bad. I'm doing the pee dance. So, quick break. Stretch your dicks. Load a bowl. Do what you need to do. I'm gonna go pee. And then I guess we're gonna learn about however we died last, which honestly I'm very nervous for. So, yay! I've done so much work on my yard. It's starting to look really good, but man, is my back tight. Is it a remix? Says it's just, it's actually just the Jungle album. It's number 3, Candle Flame. It says it's by Jungle and Eric the Architect. Architect. I can speak. Words. Fiata, boo. Can the head cut it off? I mean, I don't think that helps. No, Rod, it was the wrong day to take them in. They still look like crazy fucking fluffy-ass poodles. They didn't get groomed yet. It's tomorrow. I know. I woke up really early for no reason. I'm trying not to be mad about it. Oh, dude. So basically, the yard has been my yard is just like this. It's just a slope down from the house. So what I've been doing is working from the bottom up and from the top down, kind of to the middle, building up the bottom and taking down the top. And I'm creating like a step. I'll take a picture of it because it's actually starting to come together and actually like look like something. But because it was just a hill like that, like all the water just drained off the top, and I couldn't get anything to grow at the top of the yard at all. Like I have a full yard up here, and then it's just this slope down, and it's basically like an entire lot of yard, like home lot. So I've been going through the clay and chiseling steps into it, kind of like step gardens that I've seen like pictures of people to do that when it's on hills and stuff like that, and just like trying to bring up mud and move mud down and it's so heavy. It's so fucking heavy, man. My arms are just like noodles. But it's starting to actually look good, like yard. And this year I planted 4 lavenders, 2 hydrangeas, a Japanese maple, a magnolia, and a dogwood. And one more. Oh no, 2 more. I did a jasmine and I did a burning bush. Slowly been adding them into the stair step, and then I have some clover I'm gonna spread, like white clover for ground cover, because grass is just a waste of everything. I'm doing it by hand. Oh, it's all by hand. It's horrible. Yeah, I have a spade, a flat shovel, and then like a square shovel, and then I have like a rake, like a metal, steel rake, and it's just all by hand. It's terrible. I mean, it looks really good. I don't know how else to do it. Like, it's exhaust, but it looks really good. Like it actually looks like a fucking yard. It looks, like something you'd want to plant something in for once ever. And then on top of that, I have these like noxious weeds that grow in the yard. There's 2 different kinds, and they grow this taproot that I swear to you can be like 2 feet long. It's like a carrot. And those, I mean, no matter what you do, they just grow back every year and they grow really tall. And so I have to go in and like dig those out of the dirt anyways, just to get them to go away. Oh, man. I mean, raised garden beds would be cool, but, like, you couldn't even put them on what my property was so far. Like, if say, my house is on, like, your basic lot of land here, but then my property actually is, like, we have basically 2 lots of land. So from my house, it does this, just down to a fence, straight. And then my little shed is down here. But it's quite the difference. Like, there's no way I could build the dirt down here to be level with the house. So basically what I've done is taken this down a little bit, not too far, and then I'm creating a stair step into it, but not stairs. It's like big, wide, But basically I've had to like take dirt from the bottom, take dirt from the top, and kind of build and chisel away and build and chisel away. So it's going to be like this, away from the house, so water can stay. Creating tiers. That's a good way to put it. It's like tiered gardening. Yes. I have a hoe. It doesn't work because it's fucking clay. Like, no shit. If you just stick the spade in the ground, you don't even have to apply much pressure. It goes right in, and then what you crack up is at least like a foot, if not a foot and a half, of clay dirt will come up without one shovelful because it's just so dry and crackly. And that's why it's so fucking heavy. But that's exactly C-Town. I'm trying so hard because all the water is up at the house level. And like I have a tree up there, and that's where I put my poppies and stuff. And I have 2 aspens that I planted like 2 years ago that are at that part. And that's where all the water is. But then when it goes down the hill, it just straight into the neighbor's yard. Like it was just gone because it just goes on top of the clay. It doesn't go down into it. So on top of like hand rototilling basically the entire yard and then building these tiers into it, I've been hand mulching there's this type of topsoil that they sell here that's literally clay buster, and it's got this white rock stuff in it. I can't remember what it's called, but it basically helps control moisture and everything in the clay and helps bust it up so roots can go through it. But I have like the equivalent of a hoe, I think, that works for clay. It's not like a rake with the long tines, that you use for leaves. It's like a long, skinny metal fork kind of like steel rake. It's like you can fucking like hack into the clay with it, but that's the only thing strong enough that doesn't break while you're like trying to move the clay around. Does that make sense? What Crispy actually suggested I want to get, it's kind of like a pickaxe, but it's got a flat end at the other end too, and I can't remember what the name of it is, but I saved the link for it. And it's so you can like break the ground up before you shovel it up, cuz just it's wild. It's basically like rice paddies. It's kind of what I'm trying to do to control the water flow so it actually stays in my yard and I get something to grow. Cuz right now, because of that water flow and just the way that everything is like tilted in the yard, it's like around the edges of my yard, tons of weeds and stuff grow that I'm constantly trying to battle so I can get something else to grow. Because there's nothing wrong with local stuff. I have nothing wrong with like weeds that are flowers and stuff, but there's a lot of plants that grow here that are local where their leaves are like these big flat no shit, like they look like a lily pad, but they're on the ground and they grow up and then they shade. Like one plant will shade out like 4 feet around it and then nothing else can grow. So you pull up that one plant and it's a 4 foot diameter of mud underneath. So I just want to get rid of those plants and have lots of tiny ground cover just to like hold the dirt together, but also, not kill anything else. And what I read was to do like nice biodiversity or whatever and not water the fuck out of your yard and have to use like every aquifer known to man, is to do like a mix of white clover and a few other clovers. So the past couple years I've been incorporating clover into the yard, but because I hadn't done anything to this part, it was just a slope. Literally, there's just like, I don't know, a good 20 by 20 area of my yard that's just dead because nothing can grow there. The sun hits it all fucking day long and no water could stay. So these are my hopes. And honestly, it's kind of fun. It feels like real life Minecraft a little bit, you know? You're just like building up and taking down and like, I don't know. I enjoy it. It's exhausting. I'm fucking tired and my arms hurt. But it's kind of like real life Minecraft is what it feels like.
Now, I'm going to fuck you with Satan's cock.
Thank you for resummoning the class, keeping the class alive and giving any swings vile. I fucking appreciate you. That's what it is. It's a matic. That's the thing. Thank you. That's the thing. Where do you think they get ideas for those types of games? I mean, you're not wrong. That is kind of what it feels like. And it is fun because there's nothing growing in my yard that I want other than things I've planted. So I can just hack up anything I want and just chisel away at the dirt. It's just clay, so my back hurts, but it's fine. My arms look great, so there's that. Any hoozles. Let me save. We saved. Tomorrow we will continue. And I don't know how long this game is, to be honest. I could look it up. Hold on. Let me see how many hours it normally takes to beat this game. Nobody wants to die. It just came out, so it might not even be out there. Nobody wants to die. Playtime. Whoa. I don't know how many hours it is, to be honest. Yeah, I was guessing the same, David. Honestly, it doesn't feel like a game that's going to drag on forever. It's not like we're, like, building a character or, like, abilities or anything on said character. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be too long. I think we should be able to beat it tomorrow. It feels like it. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's like we're not, like, building up special abilities and stuff like that. It's mostly just a, hello, my little sister, I miss you and love you. I feel like we'll be able to, I think we'll probably beat it tomorrow. I have no idea though, so cross my fingers. You want to come say hi? Come here. How's my big hairy man? Are you so cute? Hi, Bubba. You're just a big fluffy monster. You're gonna get groomed tomorrow morning, huh? And it's gonna be the best ever. Yeah. You're so cute. Has your day been great? Good. Do you want to go outside? Okay, let me find someone cool to raid then for my friends, and then we'll go hang out, okay? It's not that hot anymore, so they have all this energy and it's fantastic. But also I feel bad because they're more stir crazy inside and they get all like, you know, rightfully anxious to go outside and play and do fun things that aren't indoors because indoors sucks and I get it. You guys aren't near as entertained by the indoors as I am. Hello, Bill. I see you as well. I feel you. I see you. You're all here. The whole family. All right. I will see you guys either tonight for watch party, in which case I'm pretty sure we're just spinning the wheel, or I'll see you tomorrow morning for more of this game. This game is fabulous. I don't know what do you go for on the store?
Having a goal.
Ooh, it's actually 10% off right now. So if you're interested in the game, it's $22 on the Steam store right now, and it's pretty good. I enjoy it a lot. Thank you for hanging out with me today. Again, probably a little bit late tomorrow because I gotta drop the dogs off at the groomer again. Because somehow I went a day early. Who knows, right, bud? We got all excited for nothing. Tomorrow will be better, and then you'll be all cooled off. Okay? Okay. Make good choices. Smoke good weed. Take your joy. I'll see you.